the first, whenever the height is greater than the window, operate on aspect ratio with respect in the orthogonal projection, the last two parameters multiplied by the ratio h by w, your output will be under the control of the ratio of your window and as well as the projection ortho 2D. So the same thing, the first two parameter will be multiplied by W by H, and remaining two parameters if you keep as it is, then it maintains the ratio. So with this small change in the program, even at the runtime, we can maintain the ratio correctly, the output will be under control. So I will conclude it, the window size, H is the height and W is the width. If the resized window H is greater than or equal to window, multiply the world window height by H by W, whereas resized window is where W is greater than H, multiply the world window height by the factor of W by H. These two activities, when you do it on ortho 2D values, then the output will be, internal content is also be under your control. So this is the, I think whatever the program you are going to see, you are observing this myReshape function. You look into the program, laboratory programs or any program. There is one function called myReshape is used. So before this, I will try to go to the main program, or otherwise you try to catch here only, that is value of W and H. It is default coordinate system runs from -1 to +1 in both the X and Y axis support. It is 2D. GL ortho is projected with -1, 1, 1, -1 H by W. If W is less than or equal to H, you multiply by H by W, last two parameters. Similarly, when height is greater than W, you multiply it with W by H, then project onto your screen mode. So this activity, this common activity, if you do it in your myReshape function, your output will be under your control. So before calling all these routine, remember to call one API called GL viewport, where you are projecting all your window to a viewport. You are taking the control on the viewport, and in the coming hours, I'll try to give out how viewport will be most useful to all our activities. So this program, we just, if you are having OpenGL environment with you, try to work out. This program is same as the second program with little more activities that are added. In the examination, it may not be required to add all these things for the second experiment, but for understanding the remaining experiment, it is required. Creating and rotating a triangle about the origin and a fixed point using two different window systems. Now you are creating two outputs on the same screen. So if you want to create two outputs, you have whatever you have learned up to now, you are combining all these things. Now observe, this is the output. You are creating a triangle and rotating with respect to a pivot point of your interest, and this is the output. Here, if you want to rotate this without a pivot point support, then the output will be get displayed here. You want to demonstrate both of them in the different windows. Now you observe, this is one window and this is another window. So like that, you can create multiple windows. Whenever you output to one screen, the control will be viewed. So this is the main program. Select init, display mode, single or RGB support. The window size 300, 350. Observe these routines 300, 350. Now for the first window you are creating, let create window, the first fixed point rotation. This is the output, fixed point rotation. You are creating two windows. Observe, this is the first one, single buffer support. You are initializing display function by displays, myReshape. I think you have understood now myReshape support. One more utility you are using here, idle function, spinning of your display with the help of this. Whether if you more elaborate and this discussion will be done in the next display mode, window size. So once again you are creating for the second window. select init window position 400, 0. That we are creating in window in different position. This is first position, that is 0, 0. This is 400, 0. Now, select create window, origin rotation. With respect to origin, you are demonstrating this program. The name of the window will be origin rotation. Now display my reshape function, select idle function, and make your event-driven program. Like that, you can create any number of windows to your output screen, but you should have the control over all these things. After understanding this main program, let us discuss one or two my display function, my reshape, spin display function, user defined function, so that when it will be clear. So I think the angle is 90 degree. Single window double, they're all integer. There is the IDs that will be get created. These are the IDs which will be written whenever the corresponding window is highlighted. These two displayed function where x-axis and y-axis you are creating. GL triangle 0.3, 0.2. Here you observe this is created default coordinate system. That's why you are supplying floating point values ranges between -1 to +1, 0.3, 0.6, 0.2. Now, after creating your triangle, you are rotating it by 90 degrees. Triangle after rotation about origin, GL triangle, and remember to use swap buffer support. Whatever you have created in the new buffer, that values will be swapped, and the output screen will be new activity. Here it is the program for display. Displays is another function activity. Observe this. This is displayed. Displayed. This is the outcome. Displays is this outcome, that is you are rotating with respect to the point. In this, I think you are the same activity x and y axis. You are written triangle before rotation. No, you have to require this data afterwards. That's why pushing this data. Push back. Translate F, you are bringing that to origin, rotating it, and then once again you are translating back to its position. You are drawing the triangle. So if you observe this, the complete discussion what we had up to last hours is generated. After all these activities, remember to call the function GL pop matrix. If you don't call this, your output will not be as you required. Take care of all these routines. To spin between these two display windows, between first and second window, you have called a function spin display with the help of idle callback routine, where you observe this is returns the value of ID of the corresponding single dB or itself. You can understand this with yourself. It creates set window with your own ID. Load identity function. Let's set window double buffer load identity. The corresponding identity function only will be return let post read display. So this is used in order to switch over from window 1 to window 2. So my init function, I think GL clear color, GL color 3F, this we had discussed very right. One more an interesting thing he added here, GL shade model. So there is, you want to give a shading effect to the created picture. There is a built-in shading effect can be done with the help of GL shade model. This API discussion will be done whenever the lighting chapter is discussed. Will be coming in another 2 or 3 hours, lighting effects. So then we will understand this API. Time being, we can use it. It's just a shading effect to give the effect on the screen. So I think we already discussed it, reshape function. Now the combined effect of all these routines results in your program of more interactive. Now you are creating two windows on your single screen. The one you are displaying with rotation of the same object with respect to pivot point, and it is rotation with respect to origin. So these are the axes that you are created for user-friendly nature, so that when it will be observed. So now you make this program still interactive with adding so many routines. So you require some more things. You want to create a menus and you want to color at the runtime, object after creation. I think these are all some of the things which are available in your Paint. If you look into Paint on the left side, they are given so many tools. Based on this tool, after creating the picture, they are doing so many activities. Such application requires all these routines to be used in your program. So I'll try to move to the next one of the utility called creation of the menus. I think in Java or any other language that you are familiar, you are creating the front end with the help of menus. So if we provide the menus, the user will be clicking a menu and the sub menu starts coming. The content inside the sub menu will be creating, by clicking, the activity will be applied onto the object. I think this activity are done in even Java. Now we are using the similar type of utility in OpenGL environment or in C or support or C++ support. With the help of the glut create menu, it creates my menu. It is returns a menu ID. If there are menus, each should be supported with an ID, just similar to how Windows supported with an ID. Here also you are creating the ID supports. It automatically creates the number 1, 2, 3, 4, or you have to supply these IDs. So void my menu, that is the function that you are writing. Int menu, based on the ID, the corresponding activity that you are going to do inside this function, for which you want to add entry to your main menu with the help of glut add menu entries to which menu and what is the value of the ID of the corresponding menu. My menu switch to handle the choice. After using this APIs in the program, you may understand it better, the utility of all these APIs. So you have to attach based on some of the button clicking only, the activity should be taken care. So the glut attach menu, it corresponding button, the button may be the mouse button support, the right button, middle button, or left button. Usually many times the right buttons are allowed, used in order to make the activities to be done. So for adding this mouse row button support, you are calling glut attach menu support with button support. So let us use this using, try to understand some of the prerequisites which are required. Glut supports pop-up menus. Or a menu can be has many submenus also. There are 3 steps you should remember. Define entries for the menu first. Define action for each menu item, that is to be clear. Entries to the menu. For each menu, what is the action to be taken place? For example, if exit entry is there, when the user press exit, the control should come back to closing all the routines. Similarly, the action carried out if entry is selected, attach menu to the mouse button, because all your activities you are doing with the help of mouse. So you can use mouse support, and with these menus creation, make your program little bit interactive or user friendly. While using these menus, both glut and as well as GLUI, this is an interesting library, GLUI. Using this library, you can create more menus on your program. Glut menus are simple. GLUI menus are more powerful. We will build a single menu that will allow the user to change color of the triangle. In small program will write so that one you can use this routine in your program. Just to understand one small support, int is a variable support, submenu 1, submenu 2 are the IDs. Submenu 1 equal to glut create menu, my menu. For the my menu, you are creating this submenu. Add entries for these submenus are, if you say ABC1, capital, this is the string that you are supplying to the menu. This is the ID 2. Similarly, another submenu 2, glut create menu, select color is the menu. green 1, red 2, white 3. I think in the inside this menu function, we are catching these IDs and writing the routines to change the color of the object that you have created. Like that, you can add many such menus routines by the three-step function that what you understood. Creating the menu. Now you observe this. Creating the menu, select the font, add menu entries, Times Roman. These are all the entries. Now attaching this to right button. So these are the activities that you are doing in your main program with the support of the menu creation. Create a submenu first using menu command, then add it to the main menu. A submenu pops up when a main menu item is selected. So to do this, we are having API glut add submenu. Keep this. A is capital, S is capital, menu is capital. So name correspond complete code for the glut menu application and make glut add submenu my menu int id. If id is equal to 1, you try to understand here. You are creating add submenu. Inside this my menu function, you are catching the corresponding id value. If id is equal to 1, you are calling the function gl clear. If id is equal to 2, exit. Like that, you are creating your routines inside this your own user defined function. So menu ID, let create menu, add menu entries. Just observe this, you are creating a menu. The first entry is clear screen and second one is exit. Whenever a user press this, that corresponding activity should be invoked. So to create this to main menu, you are calling add submenu entry like this. And whenever attach menu is called, let right button is clicked on this, the activities of this menu will be invoked. So this is how the menus you can create in your program. To make complete scenario, you observe this small routine just to understand int menu and submenu. Submenu is equal to glut create menu. Add menu entries, red, blue, green in any fashion that you create. Attach glut create menu to the menu. Add menu entries. Like that, you can create any number of menus to your submenus to your program. So inside this menu events, process menu events option, based on the ID, you observe the switch option. If ID is equal to red, you observe all these variables are set properly, that object is become red, green, blue, white. Like that, based on the options selected by the user, the routines will be done. After doing all this activity, remember to call glut post redisplay function. The new changes, whatever you have done for your object, will be refreshed and the activities will be created on your screen. So I will just summarize. Glut create window, glut creating the window with the help of API, glut create window, glut destroy the window. You can destroy, glut get window, returns ID of the window. I think in the previous program you captured this glut get window, glut set window. These are all the IDs which are required for creating any number of windows. Set current window. This lets you to change its properties, size. OpenGL renders to the current window. Creating the sub window with the help of create sub window support. Post window redisplay. It posts a redisplay for a particular window only, even though there are many windows are there. To which window the output should be posted can be done with the help of glut post window redisplay function. Like that, there are many APIs are there. Try to understand all these. Not all these APIs are may not be required for your application. For the time being, try to understand minimum and start develop a small program. Now, this program is to demonstrate this menu routine. I will go to the main output of this thing and then we understand. We are creating a window. This is the window. Just to highlight the activities, you are creating a main window. When quit user clicks on the right button, application will be goes out. When color is created, submenu is dragged with red, blue, yellow. The IDs or the values are 2, 3, 4 is the setting of these IDs. When user clicks on this, the drawn picture will be colored with the corresponding color. In the output, you can observe quit color. When color is clicked, submenu. So I hope these things are done these days in many applications. Now we are developing such an application with a C or a C++ support with OpenGL GUI support. So in order to develop this logic, you require I'll try to make this program understood. I hope all of you understood this glut add menu, add submenu, attach menu, delete menu, detach menu, all these routines. The whole discussion is done attaching with the help of the button support. These routines you are calling in the main program. In the main program, same as usual, glut single RGB. The window size you are creating 500 cross 500. Window position rectangle. Glut display function. Display is the function where you are drawing your picture. Now in the program you are creating submenu. Glut create menu is the main routine. Color menu is the menu through which your submenu is attached to coloring the. So this color menu, it is attached with three routines: red, blue, yellow. Add menu entry red 2, add menu entry blue 3, yellow 4, add menu entry with quit 1. Observe this. So after this, glut add submenu. This is the command used to attach submenu, the routine that you are writing now, color. Observe this color. That is the heading of this color. Attaching this submenu, and finally attaching submenu with glut right button. When user clicks right button only, the effect will be applied here. You'll entering into the loop. So here submenu, and submenu is the function that helps you to creating it and attaching properly to the entries. So now after understanding this, now we'll try to catch display function, clear color buffer bit, red, green, blue, GL begin, GL polygon. You have created a polygon with the corresponding vertices support, and finally your polygon is get ready. Your polygon should be colored based on the user request. If you click color menu is the menu when he clicks and presses any of the button with right button support, the corresponding ID will be written. Now you observe this, if ID is 2, red is equal to 1, green is equal to 0, blue is equal to 0, you are changing the variables that you have changed. Initially you have made these variables as 0, 0, 1. Corresponding values you are making 1, 0, 0 or 0, 0, 1. Glut post redisplay. So now the top menu, whatever it is you have created, based on the user pressing, switch to the corresponding ID. If one exit, that is quit function, exit function is invoked. Default, otherwise if any other pertains, color menu is invoked with ID. When color menu is invoked, the values will be comes out from this variable. It indirectly makes your color values is changed and makes your redisplay function plus post redisplay function is invoked with a new color for the item that you have created. So this is color 3F. Now it is with a variable red, green, blue. After changing these values, when it is comes to the event loop, once again refreshing, new values will be supplied to these variables and the corresponding update will be filled up with the color. So this is the activity, the menu creation, adding this to your program and making your program more interactive. My advice is, you have created small programs up to now. add these routines to your program, and you feel like you can also develop your project. So need not to download from the internet source or any other source. If you are able to make your own program, you will be feel happy that at least I can able to develop one small project. Yeah, as my observation, the student feel you don't have a confidence that you can start your own project. Up to now, whatever I demonstrated a simple program with the project support for making yourself to add these routines to your simple program to become bigger one with more utilities. Now you are coming to an idea that my paint or the paint software which is available in Windows environment is very attractive. So can you think of this project? Can you develop your own paint package? If you think too much, you have to download. Don't worry about that. Try to start your project, what you can do, rather than without too much ambition. If you don't do it as good as it is spoiling the dish. My advice is at this time, this project should be done by your own capability. We should have then the confidence of developing the project starts. With this idea, I will just to wind up this input and interaction chapter, which is essential for all the remaining programs. That's why I have taken this. This is available in module 5. I just covered it. This is an interesting GUI created using GLU library. Now you catch this. It is supported with buttons, radio button support, checkbox for support, and this is the object, rotation, translation effect, all set is done, and the output screen looks attractive with respect to the GUI creation. So this is how GUI is the requirement for many applications. I think don't think about this too much at this stage, but whatever it is possible from yours like this, you can start. A day will come, you can demonstrate with all these utilities with the help of GLUI. This is outside the syllabus because syllabus supports only the minimum things to understand. Those who are having interest or right for the book written by Red Book, it is available free of costing. You can download that. All these programs are given, and also APIs explanations are given with clear-cut values, and try to make. So make your interface program, whatever a GLU interface which is shown, make yourself comfortable. And this, I'll try to wind up today's class.